Mel, why is it so hard to make friends as we get older?
There is a massive shift that happens in adult friendship when you hit 20 that nobody sees coming. The rules of friendship completely change when your 20s hit. And I'm going to explain the rules when you're little, and then we're going to talk about the rules of adult friendship. So when you're little, your entire life is organized around friendship and making it possible because you're with people your age all the time in class and sports.
So true.
You move in groups because you're on teams and you're in neighborhoods and you're always together. You also celebrate the same milestones. You're hitting the same birthdays. You're all talking about the next level of school or this thing this summer. You're watching the same movies because you're all the same age. And so there's so much synergy and relevance, and the conditions to spend a ton of time together are there. Then you get to university and you spend even more time together. And what happens when you hit your 20s, right, is that it moves from this big group sport where you just kind of expect to be around your friends all the time. You expect the group to get invited because that's what's always happened. You expect to see them all the time because you do always see them all the time. But then your 20s hit, the rules change, and what I call the great scattering happens. Everybody moves in different directions. And friendship goes from group sport to individual sport. You can no longer expect friendship. You are no longer part of a group that is expected to be invited everywhere because everybody scatters. And suddenly, everybody's on different timelines. You're in different cities. You're moving in different directions. So there's no way to locate yourself inside your friend group. And the only thing that's keeping you together from your friends from you were little is a text chain that starts to go quieter and quieter and quieter as people start to focus on the people in front of them. Mm-hmm. And that brings me to two major shifts that I want you to embrace using the let them theory. Number one, you can no longer expect friendship. You have to take a way more flexible approach and a more proactive approach. You got to let people come and go. Mm-hmm. Super important. And then you got to let me take the actions to create the friendships. I got to go first. I got to be the one planning. I got to seek out new people. But there are three pillars of adult friendship based on research that are also going to help you understand that when people come and go in your life, 99% of the time, it's not personal. And you actually haven't lost them as a friend. Mm. One of the three pillars is missing. So the three things that need to be required to have a friendship happen are the same three things that were around all the time when you were a kid. Number one, proximity. Proximity matters tremendously. Proximity means who are you actually physically next to? In fact, they've done research, Jay. If you and I were in a dorm and we lived across the hall, I don't remember the percentages exactly, but it's like 90% chance we're going to be friends.
Interesting.
The poor person at the end of the hallway, 10% chance that we're going to be friends with them because of proximity. Even a matter of 50 feet makes a difference. And so when you were little, you were in proximity to people your age all the time.
All day.
Exactly. The research also shows that to have, as an adult, a kind of casual friend, you need to spend approximately 70 hours with somebody. Mm-hmm. To have a close friend, 200 hours. Mm-hmm. So when you're an adult, that creates a big problem because who are you spending all your time with once you're 20? The American Times study shows that it's with people you work with. So why aren't we best friends with people at work? Because you have proximity and you're spending a lot of time together. But here's the thing, timing. Mm. When you were little, you were in the same timing of life with everybody.
Yeah.
When you hit your 20s and it's now individual, everybody's on different timelines. Some of your friends are getting married. Some are going to graduate school. Some are now pursuing jobs. Other people are moving out of the city, into the city. Everybody's timing is now different. And this also explains why you're almost never best friends with people at work because the timing is off. You're sitting next to people that are in very different times of their life. You may like them a lot and you may be friends, but you never spend time outside of work because they're at home with their family and you're going out with your buddies your age on the weekends. And then that brings me to the third thing that needs to be present for a friendship to truly click, and that's energy. Mm. And the thing about energy is it changes. And you can have fantastic energy with somebody, and then if you decide you're not drinking anymore, the energy's off.
Yeah.
If you decide to get really focused on fitness, the energy's off. If you have very different political beliefs, the energy's off. It's not personal. Mm. It's one of these three pillars. And it has helped me so profoundly, Jay, to realize that people come and go and it's a beautiful thing and you should let them.
Mm.